gentlemen, welcome to a special episode of B Generation X. This will be our WrestleMania recap episode. Thanks for joining us.
Suck it.
Well,
speaking of suck it, this shit sucks.
Alright, I guess we should start with night one. So the first match was the World Heavyweight Championship between Gunther and Jey Uso.
Wow.
So what's everybody's thoughts?
Going into it, we all figured Jey Uso, that was kind of like the unanimous.
Well, after Gunther beat up his brother, I was like, alright, they're going for the Rocky moment. Jay's going to win.
Yeah, I can see that, totally.
But it was a little lackluster, I think.
He was definitely lackluster.
Yeah,
and
his Easter.
And Triple H kind of spilled the beans on like what was going down beforehand in an interview. He was like talking about all the backlash against Jay and then saying that like, well, he's making money in sales, like T-shirts, all this. So he's like, yeah, we're going to push him.
Yeah. Well, they're pulling the curtain. And like the writer's room show they're having, they're really pulling the curtain now with that. He's a marketing lightning rod, for like all the kids, the younger generation and everything. But what about the actual match?
I did not like that Jay won with Gunther's move.
Oh, yeah. That's something we discussed, like using someone else's finisher. Big no-no.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
So yeah, I'm never a fan of that. I mean, it just happened in another match later on, but they did it perfectly the way they resolved that.
Yeah, I think it was cool if he choked him out, just to choke him out in the middle of the match, and that was it. But not for him to tap out. That didn't seem believable.
Yeah, well, also it seems like they buried him as well. It's kind of hard to come back from that.
Oh yeah, they definitely buried Gunther.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought they made Gunther look bad. I thought he actually looked great during the match. I thought Jey Uso was, he has his moments where he's good and he's a little sloppy sometimes.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way he won either. Like, I agree with you guys. I don't think he should have choked him out.
Does it really have to make him look bad? I mean, there's plenty of like high-paid boxers that have taken fucking worse dives and people still suck their toes.
That's true.
Like this guy really just looked like he just kind of he was like, oh, what time is it? All right, I'm gonna clock out now. It kind of happened so fast. There was like 3 moves in succession. And that kind of like weak little headlock.
I mean, his main event, Jey Uso, he opened it. I don't know, opening WrestleMania is a big deal. You gotta get the tempo going. It's pretty ironic. It's like main event Uso opening the curtain jerker.
I think it was supposed to be that, but then when they had the triple threat with Seminole,
heavyweight title, is it a mid-card title now, or is this?
Seems like it.
Disrespectful, no disrespect.
Yeah, it's not the main card, but it's like
they want to start out hot. They want to just start out like, let's get like a big pop from the crowd from the jump.
Well, it seems like it didn't get a big pop because it seemed like it got a lot of hate.
Yeah. Well, wrong way. I mean, heat. They got hate.
No heat. Yeah. No heat.
No.
Yeah, there were a lot of no eaters.
So where does Gunther go from here? What are they gonna do with him?
Where does he go from here?
I feel like Gunther is gonna take a little, like, you know how they always like having a big loss, they take a little hiatus. He's gonna take his month off, come back, they'll give him a new storyline.
That's what they do. Basically, like pooped his pants. That's what Gunther did. He pooped his pants in front of everyone. You gotta go home and come back.
You gotta go home, eat some homemade. You gotta go home and eat some homemade toaster strudels. Right off.
So that's a feel-good match.
Whoa, hold on. Well, let's take a vote. Are we thumbs up on this one or thumbs down?
We're giving it the big old.
Yeah, that was very lackluster. Our second match was a tag team championship match, right? With the War Raiders versus New Day.
We gotta start out with the War Raiders coming out with that Clash of Clans costume.
Yeah, actually, Crystal brought up a good point. She said it looked like How to Train Your Dragons.
Yeah, that was some true public humiliation kind of stuff.
We gotta talk about Pat McAfee. And his botched commentary. He goes, Raw is war, or something like that. The War Raiders, Raw is war.
Yeah.
And he gets corrected. He's like, we're not at Raw. We're on
Well, it felt like a Raw match.
You don't quit your day job.
You're right.
It felt like a Raw match. I feel like they wrestled them like every month.
Was coming.
I feel like the New Day wrestled them like every freaking month for the last
Yeah, they really built it up.
Yeah.
But how did everybody feel about the New Day winning? Like, nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No, not a big fan.
They gotta do something. They gotta do something different. Like they're still like the tag team division sucks in general.
I also thought there was no way they could have beat.
There's no stakes. But there's no stakes. Why do we care about the New Day? Like, there's no one like opposing them that we like want to root for.
It's a bathroom break match.
Yeah, it's alright. And I'm gonna give you a little hot take, a little piece of information right now that I give a damn about. I think Ivar was better as a singles competitor. Let's put that out there on the table. You tell me what you think. I don't care.
I'll take it.
Alright, I like that.
I gotta push back on that.
Yeah.
So we're all on agreement that this was a bathroom break match.
Yeah.
And the New Day sucks.
Yes. New Day sucks.
And I'm guessing we're all gonna give this a
Thumbs up.
thumbs down.
I go halfway.
Go to heck. Our third match was Jade Cargill versus Naomi.
A couple of brick shit houses going at it. I agree with that.
Love it.
It was a show of strength. It was an impressive match.
It was a show of nipple slips.
Yeah.
That is
Betrayal.
we were given a show.
It's showtime! It's showtime! Yeah, no, that was a good match.
But it's cool. Like Jade Cargill, like she got a moment.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I feel like Naomi showed why she's been around for so long.
I love the character development. That's like incredible for me. Yeah.
Let's talk about Jade catching Naomi midair in that suplex.
Oh, that was pretty sick.
Yeah.
It was a good match. All in all, I think they had a good match. Especially there was no it wasn't a title match or anything. You know, it was kind of like a filler.
Yeah, they neither.
Like an afterthought. I mean, a lot of these matches feel like afterthoughts.
Almost.
It seemed like it. Like that, the whole first night was kind of.
I feel like 1 and 2 should have been one night. We would have had just a nice prime.
That's
you know?
true.
It's kind of like a hamburger meat. You know, I'm thinking about a grocery store for some reason.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe like 80, 20, 90, 10.
I like it.
Yeah,
You need a little fat.
Yeah, like the beef. You know, it's like
We get
where's the beef?
Yeah.
So are we giving Naomi and Jade, considering how everything else was, a thumbs up?
Yeah, they got
Thumbs up. All right, our fourth match was it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, but he got injured, right?
Right. Yeah.
And so it was Rey Fenix versus El Grande Americana.
Wow, that was a good match.
Incredible.
All right, so we actually, you know, because we're going in order here, we're like one of the biggest segues of the weekend is that WWE has acquired AAA Wrestling.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
And for those of you who don't know, that is a Lucha Libre wrestling organization.
Based in Mexico. It's like this. It's like that and CMLL are. Yeah. So there you go. So like, this felt like the throwaway match, and then even with Ray being in it, it felt like it was just like, okay, let's do it. We're not sure. All right, well let's just go with it. And then the next week he's hurt, and it's Rey Fenix. So I think the only reason why they kept it on is because they're having this deal with AAA because they have to hype these guys up now because they're doing their version of Forbidden Door in June. And they want to get that marketed, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like they only kept it on because of that.
Yeah, I think that's why they let El Grande win.
Yeah,
because they're going to set up the storyline and where he's going to go against probably all the
yeah.
AAA guys.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And it was
I mean,
an
fun.
awesome win.
Him and an old guy.
It was an awesome heel win.
Like having an old dude and with a legendary Lucha guy just like beat the shit out of Grande Americano.
Ultimo Guerrero.
Let's talk about his charisma as well. El Grande Americano.
Yeah.
He took the plate and he like adjusted.
Yeah,
Of course.
Hits it off. That's great.
There's
That's
art
great
to it.
storytelling.
Yeah. He's winning me over with it.
Absolutely.
I'd have to say that also, what was it, that 540 splash?
Oh yeah, they were trying to calculate.
Wow, yeah, that was something I've never seen before.
Yeah, that was kind of incredible. He's pulling it out, yeah.
And he had a great entrance. He had the mariachi band.
Yeah, that was.
And they changed it up. They heard the cries of the many, and he's Gulf of Mexico now.
Yeah.
Really?
They reticent that, yeah.
That's weird. I didn't know about that.
Yeah. They even said it. They made some sort of comment about it, loosely, but yeah.
That was part of the deal with AAA.
Yeah,
Maybe, but even they even started the beef with him with the what's his name from AAA?
Vikingo. Vikingo, I think it is.
Yeah, so they're already planting seeds.
Yeah, imagine that. We're gonna get to another promotion being on WrestleMania, but AAA superstar talent and Kingo in the middle of the ring at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see today.
I'm there for it. Yeah.
That was easily one of my favorite matches from night.
Yeah, and it wasn't. And it was.
And it was
yeah,
a great look
great.
for Ray Phoenix's too.
Yeah, it's only his third week in the promotion.
That was Ray Phoenix's WrestleMania moment.
He was shot. Yeah, he was shining. He stepped up to the plate. That's what changes. That was the moment in destiny.
And he got a lot of shit.
Taking
over
like
the
a
years.
star player off the bench and like putting it on.
He got a lot of shit over the years for like botching a lot, and getting injured.
Was that right?
Yeah, but
wow,
he slowed down.
He sold
it's like
me.
he love, man.
He sold me on that rope where he walked the tightrope.
Yeah.
The top rope.
Oh yeah.
And then the kick. And I really thought
the adios amigo.
That was the adios amigo. I thought his ankle was adios amigo. I really thought he broke his
Yeah, he's a beast. They're workers. I mean, imagine they just got together a day ago, and they're like, make this match happen.
Great chemistry.
It looked
between
good.
the two
Yeah,
as well.
it was totally.
There was a lot of those matches this weekend. And they just like threw it together at the end and let's see how it works.
And then you also know a lot. You probably work with a lot of these lucha guys, right?
I've seen them in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was running through the woods the other day.
So we're giving El Grande and Ray Phoenix thumbs up, everybody.
Oh yes.
So I'm gonna give all my fingers up.
Alright, this was another title match. This was the United States Championship match. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu.
I think he dug it.
Nah, that was a good match.
Yeah, I mean,
that was a good match.
I'm psyched that they're finally giving Jacob Fatu his
Yeah, that's what it is.
He's gonna be a solo star.
Yeah, he's
gonna be a solo star without solo.
Yeah.
Oh my
god.
I mean, I saw it from a mile away. I saw Jacob Fatu coming in like a freight train.
When it's like, why isn't he on the roster? He has legal issues. That's always a good sign, you know? Like, that's the only reason why.
I'm a real nigga.
We're gonna cut that.
They leaned into it hard on ooh, excuse me, God, our sponsor, Liquid Death. Thanks so much for sending us all these cases. The crisp, cool, refreshing flavor. Nothing matches it.
And thank you, Romantic Depot. I got my butt plug in. It's attached to the soundboard. I'm the one controlling it, really. Let's get back to fucking the audience.
Yeah, so I'm happy they finally gave him a push. It seems like the tribal family's coming back. We got Jacob with a title. We got Jay with a title now.
That's it, man.
He's here.
That's it.
Not much for the
bloodline, man, all the way. It's a long time coming.
Bring all the Samoans.
Yeah. But I'm good without Roman Reigns.
Norman Reigns.
Yeah. I don't need him. Really,
Speaking of Norman Reigns.
Well.
Are you not there yet?
Well,
in reference.
Well, we're giving a thumbs up, I'm sure, to Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu.
Good job, buddy.
LA Knight.
And you're going main event.
Yeah, he was rising a lot, and then it just kind of like too much shit was happening at once, and he just got on the wayside.
Yeah, it was kind of like, I never liked LA Knight. He has a cool, like,
he had the generic entrance, just like Charlotte Flair, coming out in a car.
I mean, we need another Jim Johnston.
Oh, yeah.
We need another music composer.
Yeah, 100%. Are you out there?
AI, generic.
We're gonna get a letter from him or a video, and he's gonna say it's okay, guys, use the theme song. He's gonna give us the okay.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take that copyright.
That was a badass
stuff.
Yeah.
And then we had the Women World Championship match.
All right. Speaking of.
Yep. Tiffany Stratton, Tiffy Time versus Charlotte Flair.
Quick, did anyone confuse the two?
All the time.
I definitely did, bro. I was like, yo, they look exactly.
No, I can't, and I don't want to sound like a bad chauvinist man, but Charlotte Flair has, like, she's just fucking straight, no hips, nothing.
Yeah,
so it's hard for me not to tell.
She got no ass.
The long.
No, but I gotta mix up a bunch of things. I was tired and everything. I was going in and out. I was like Stone Cold at WrestleMania 13. I was like, that's out.
Still cool on the quad.
We'll get to that. That just happened.
And then,
It was a stiff match. Very stiff.
Yeah.
And she's like, come on, bitch. You know, I like that. Come on, bitch, come on.
Yeah.
I like that. And they were doing the whole thing that we talked about in one of these episodes that we've done already about how like they're relying on social media to like push the storylines.
Mhm.
They fought each other in the parking lot, and they relied on audience to film it. And then I was talking about that with KO, did that with Cody. So they were doing that, showing this like personal, like, oh, we're not doing this on stage, we're doing this in our real lives, you know. And I just liked those stiff. It made me stiff.
And then let's talk about how freaking Tiffany lost her veneers.
Yeah. Someone just commented, like, he's gonna puke, follow me for now. Someone just was like, it was just blood. No, whatever, whoever that prick was.
Yeah, no, you could see that it was her veneer that she lost because you could see a little pointy tooth underneath there.
Yeah.
Got that little jagged little gremlin style. I've seen those teeth before.
Janky teeth.
Many
They were
animals.
gonna call it chippy tooth.
It's chippy
Well, I don't know if they have a tooth fairy there because that tooth was fixed
Well, they got a
by the
tooth-
press conference.
Another meme. Tooth Fairy and Easter Bunny.
We love you with your snaggle tooth or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No one's saying tooth.
So I think this was a big push for her. I think that's why they had Charlotte do that with her because it's kind of the push. Tiffany.
Let's talk about how fast she made it to the top.
Yeah, she's only
She
20.
was NXT just about a year ago.
Yeah, that's long ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, with
She was
Charlotte
the
Flair,
old-
I like her being like she's like 39, just woman's age. But her, like a woman in her 40s, like actresses are like, once you hit 40, you're like done. That'd be great if her storyline is like, I'm still around, I'm a bad bitch. That type of thing. She's like,
My ovaries still.
yeah, egg. But she could be more of a fucking heel with. I'm like Tim Allen jokes. I'm doing like dad jokes about Minneapolis.
It's good. They got to keep up with her faces though, because the picture that they had for her, this is not even me being nasty. I was staring at it. I'm like, all right, Tiffy's time, but who the fuck is this other chick here? This chick Flair the whole damn time. She metamorphosized along with me.
So how are we feeling about Tiffany and Charlotte's match?
I'm thumbs up for me. I was into
Yeah.
it.
Thumbs up, yeah, that's cool.
Toes are up.
And then also like how she was like she got her tooth knocked out. She was giving like the hair, like a little smile. So she like embraced it for the fight. It was cool.
Oh, it's awesome, yeah.
Okay, and then for the final match of the night, which was by far the best match of probably all of WrestleMania, the triple threat match between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk.
Talking about that match, let's talk about the entrances.
Okay.
We skipped over Tiffy's entrance.
We did. That
That was the whole Barbie thing.
Oh yes,
cool.
yeah, which is pretty cool.
Don't box her in. It's Barbie.
I want to get some Barbie.
Wow, don't box her in. Yeah.
No, it's Barbie. That's Barbie. That's the whole point of the movie
Wow,
Barbie.
that's
the whole movie Barbie.
Yeah,
no,
sure,
you,
sure.
I believe you.
Thanks,
Just,
guys.
you
That's
did
the moral
it.
support I get for
Yes,
this.
sure. But oh goodness gracious! I mean, starting from Seth Rollins's entrance,
Incredible.
all
Yeah,
three
with
of
the
them.
crazy flamethrower.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
costume
talk
change.
about
Was
how-
that the first ever costume change in a wrestling entrance?
Yeah,
It's gotta be up there.
yeah, that was crazy because at first
It shut off for a moment.
Yeah, because at first I was like, is something wrong with my TV?
It's-
Yeah, I thought they were blanking something
I
out.
thought something was wrong with me. I was listening down on the couch,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Am I still watching this?" And then it came back on, and it was set all in white. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Like,
like the
you're right.
trench,
This
yeah.
happened just last night, but it was coming out all in white, like
Right.
Jesucristo.
Yeah, I'm
has risen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a holy
Yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty legendary.
Yeah.
Well, if I'm missing anything, please feel free. But
Yeah.
The
but I
flamethrower
want
for
to
me was like,
Flamethrower was the best part.
Okay.
That's
it
what I
gave me
want.
like China vibes with the.
absolutely.
He's with Musk, who's with Flamethrower. Oh, he's making an announcement.
But then moving on to Roman Reigns, holy cow! I mean, with the bloodline watching over him.
Yeah, it was great. They brought back, they had like all these screens hanging coming down the runway. And yeah, they showed just all the history of the bloodline. And
I
all
wish I
of it.
could
It
do
was
that
crazy.
with my family. That's amazing.
They should have like bleed
I saw
shit with the blood when
Yokozuna.
we do like the blood.
Yeah, Rikishi. Who else did we have up there? We had the head shrinkers were up there.
You know.
Holy shit.
Haku.
You guys are telling me these things
Speaking
firsthand.
of, yeah,
I
Haku.
Small
fell
spot
asleep
team.
Yeah.
at that part.
Haku actually came out during Jacob Fauci's
He was
match.
out there, yeah.
Yeah, Haku
He
came
had a
out.
nice
Haku's
cut,
cool.
nice little dress.
Yeah, he
got
looks like
suit on, right?
pops,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's cool.
Clean cut.
Good for him, man.
But yeah, good for.
We love you,
for all.
Haku. Please
And then
don't
we
fuck
got
rip our eyes out.
Yeah. And then,
And CM Punk with the Living Color performance.
which was awesome that finally happened.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, in Living Color, the band who actually does the song for the theme song come out. And
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
When I was a kid, I used to think that the lyrics were a Coco personality. And I saw the entire band was black. I put it together.
It's possible.
We'll see what happens. We'll take that out or not.
So how are we feeling about that? That match was crazy.
That match.
Well, first off, it's main event, right? It's a main event.
Main event.
That was a real main event.
That was a
really
main
sick.
event.
Yeah,
Night one is
absolutely.
main event official.
You paid your
There's
ticket
people are
to see that match.
Wow. Talking about this match now and all of what happened night one healed me from night two. But I fucked up because we have to go through night two.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know what was going to happen. There was a time in the match where anybody could have won. They made it that almost Seth could have won.
Yeah.
Roman, CM Punk, so they kept you on the edge of your seat. And then the storyline that they build up with Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Incredible.
The prettiest girl at the dance. Everyone wants him.
Paul Heyman. He just goated himself.
Yeah.
He's GOAT manager.
Yeah, and then
Would you think about that uppercut to rub and cut?
He's going for some peanut butter.
Yeah.
Want some cream on.
He was leaving with something.
Yeah.
That's what he was
Yeah.
saying. He was like, you know something, Roman? I was with you for years. I'm leaving with something. He's leaving with gooch smell.
I need some schmegma.
Boys! No, but it wrapped up the Shield storyline. Because people forget, because they stopped talking about CM Punk when he left WWE. So they never brought up that CM Punk was like the Shield. He brought up the Shield.
Mm-hmm.
They stopped talking about that. Now that Moxley and Dean Ambrose is in AEW, it's CM Punk and Roman Reigns and Seth like resolving their Shield past. But during the match, Seth Rollins is like beating the shit out of Roman. He's like, you blow it. He's like, you blow it. Things like that. He's like, you lost Paul. You lost Mox. He said Mox. You lost Mox. He said Moxley at WrestleMania, which is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the production value of that entire match.
Well, the
that
match
is
that was
mind-blowing.
good.
I mean, you could even hear the dialogue that at one point Seth was speaking to Roman, and they made sure that the dialogue was that everyone
Isolated
would be able to hear
perfectly.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So however they had the mics, if a cameraman had a mic, and anyone who works in production, let us know in the comments.
Who knows?
But all I know, I could hear it. Added to the story, Roman Reigns comes out looking like fucking Mufasa. I mean, he looks like a fucking sexy lion. You know what I mean? That's why he's such a big hit in India. They love him.
That's a fact.
We gotta add that one. I don't know if I'm sure I've sent it to you one day, but he was like this one Indian kid in his room, and he's like, I just saw my tribal chief Roman Reigns in my dreams.
Yeah.
But also, even just the choreography of that match, just the way.
It was good. There was a lot of good moments. I feel like everyone had their own moment too, where Roman Reigns started taking over, going crazy, and CM Punk did the same thing, and then at the end it was.
I did my best trying to watch it, but the fucking family kept closing the blinds. I was watching into the window, so I could saw bits and pieces of the match.
You had the glass.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Wendy's in your bushes.
Let me watch
Hey,
next
man, he's
time.
not getting paid
Alright,
enough doing them.
This is going to be
matches.
this is a kind of like a running theme with WrestleMania. We might feel it's underwhelming, but they're setting up SummerSlam. This is the first time to have SummerSlam being 2 nights, and it's almost as big as WrestleMania. Wow. So a lot of these matches are setting up the next 4. It's only 4 months, which is nothing. That's road to WrestleMania.
And SummerSlam's coming here to New
Yeah,
York.
it's going to be New York area.
Oh,
I'll see you there.
So
Let's tailgate with us.
So is WWE gonna send us tickets? To go?
Maybe.
Maybe.
How you doing, Paul?
I'm gonna walk back and forth in the parking lot, stand for a truck, everyone over.
Well, we know who's getting. We know who's getting tickets.
We know who's
Yeah, Boston's lady's getting tickets.
Yeah, she's getting tickets for
Oh,
life.
yeah.
By the time this
she got
airs,
tickets
Stone
for
Cold
it.
is gonna be like, I apologize.
Yeah.
What? Litigate, you know.
We'll check Steve Austin's Instagram in the morning.
Yeah.
Ah, shit, man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that one. in a minute.
Don't drink and drive, guys.
So are we? We're all going thumbs up for that triple threat.
Absolutely, thumbs all the way up.
Yeah, that
All the way up.
that made up for the whole night.
Absolutely.
That made it worth the whole
And
night.
congratulations to Seth Rollins. This is his second WrestleMania.
We love you, Seth.
Hey, man.
Yeah, man.
You are the visionary. You.
A revolutionary!
You are Seth freaking Rollins.
Sorry, Universe.
Yeah.
Apologize.
All right, now night 2, the night we just sat and watched. We are filming this right after,
It's fresh.
so it's all fresh in here.
Pre-show is still going on. The pro show is still going on.
So our first match was another triple threat, which we totally messed up and didn't think was going to be a triple threat. It was Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Wow.
Right off the bat,
I dig it.
the champion came out first. That's
Yes.
That's not
a
traditional.
little- Yeah, it's not traditional
Yeah,
at
that
all.
was weird. And then she also didn't have the greatest, like she just had such a blah
Yeah,
entry.
just
It's just
threw her
very
out
normal.
there.
Very dry entrance.
Well,
Yeah.
wave at the audience.
Yeah. I mean, they went all out for some, and
Yeah, well, they went all out for Rhea, and she had the whole cool outfit and
oh, that's
thing.
right. Yeah, they were gonna go out for Rhea.
Yeah. It's
She's new. She gotta pay her dues, man. You know, they're not gonna go all out for her, but
Nah, she was champion
She's
during the
awesome.
pandemic. She was like 5 years ago. She was like already being champion and shit. I don't know. I think it's just kind of like an afterthought. Again, they're setting up SummerSlam.
I mean,
Rhea.
but the match was great.
Oh, the match was
The
great.
sells were awesome. Spots were
Rhea's the
awesome.
best. You know, she's a
that
great.
match was
Yeah.
awesome.
All the
for
female,
sure.
all the women wrestlers are like great athletes.
Absolutely.
And we did predict that Io was going to win, so.
Right.
yeah, we said that.
Because we were saying that Rhea doesn't need to get pinned, and she didn't get pinned.
Mhm.
That's what we said.
Wow.
Check the tape.
Shout out to.
Oh, that is true, man. You called
Shout
that.
out to us in the
At the
past.
writers' room
Yeah.
now. Netflix is still annoying me.
Mhm.
They're kayfabing the writers' room now. And I'm saying kayfabe.
So how do we feel about the match itself?
That was an incredible match, in my opinion. I think it set it off for the remainder of everything. That's why everything else felt kind of like, ugh. Because that first
Yeah.
match was just
Yeah,
so
you're-
great.
yeah.
Hard act to follow.
Yeah, it definitely was a hard act to follow.
Shout out my baby.
Yeah.
Sky.
Shout out.
Glasses new.
So we're all giving a thumbs up for.
Absolutely. And I love promos in Japanese.
Yeah, more promos in
Yeah, more foreign promos.
Yeah.
Our second match was it the
No, New Day.
just right. So was it the tag team match or was it
Sorry.
no, it was Damian Priest
Yes.
versus Drew McIntyre. It was the Sin City Street Fight.
Yeah, that felt. And then Duende got a little beef with it again with the video gaming.
Oh no, not that again. That shit is freaking painful. I'm like a big fan.
The only
of
dude that
Drew.
belongs in the ring is Ron Simmons
Yes,
and Natural Butch Reed.
agreed. That the Drew McIntyre intro, like, way to make like the toughest person like.
They made it. It was a Sin City fight, street fight, and then it was just so manufactured. It wasn't even like a real fight. And Drew McIntyre, for the last like year and a half, has been the most like real dude, like on social media and shit.
Yeah,
And they made it sound like kind of phony.
it was
Funny
comical.
match.
He was wearing like foam
Yeah,
spikes.
but like the
It
tables.
wasn't even like Legion of
Chairs.
Doom stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a
Not
very.
chairs, I mean,
it was a-
steps.
It was a quick
Feet.
match.
Wasn't his
And
entrance
sports
like
bar.
with the Doom?
Yeah, that's why I'm still
Yeah.
tweaking over.
Yeah,
that was like
we were all. I don't think we were really all watching that match. We were all just.
That's
hanging
like
out.
that's like Psycho Sid like coming out at like SummerSlam '96 and doing kicks and doing karate fighters and they started doing kicks like in the audience.
Yeah, it didn't look too great.
Yeah.
They were just really big
It
dudes,
looked-
kind of just like.
Yeah, I felt like everything was rushed in that match. It all felt like they were like, okay, we got to do this spot, this spot, this spot. There was no color.
The spectacle
Oh, I know- yeah,
in the
you're right.
beginning. Damian Priest came out to Kerry King.
Oh yeah. So Kerry King.
He came out to of Slayer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was the intro. The intros were probably the best part for good
yeah.
and bad reasons. You decide.
Yeah.
So how are we feeling about this match? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
I would give it the big old Masu Menos.
Yeah.
That's how
I'll
it's
give it the middle.
Sideways.
Sideways.
Kind of a stinker.
Alright, and we had a fatal four-way between Braun Breaker,
Okay.
Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Penta.
Wow.
Settle!
This had to be what the biggest surprise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely was.
Yeah.
Wasn't seeing this one coming.
I'm pretty sure I called it, but
I
still
called,
surprised.
I
You're right.
called the push down in our last episode.
Yeah, we, I know me and Chris
As an audience.
Wanted Penta.
said Penta. What did you say, Kenny?
I'm wearing a Penta shirt, but I might have said, I remember saying Braun Breaker.
I said Penta.
And then this guy right here was the one who said they were going to push Dom.
No, I said he was gonna push down.
No,
They
but
both did, I think.
you both did? Okay.
He said in his heart he wanted Penta,
Oh
but he ended up
yeah.
beating him down.
Yeah, yes, we-
Yeah. Did not see Dom winning, but I guess.
What? Oh,
But I
you
did
said
like
that.
what you said earlier, Dylan. You had said that this is a Mick Foley type of win.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
a shoot
yeah.
From it
This is
on
gonna. We'll
Monday.
see. We'll see.
You're not championship material.
We'll see you on Raw, bud. We'll see you over there, kid. Yeah.
See you on the other side.
Wait, so everything's gonna happen now with Dom? The Judgment Day's done.
They're gonna cut his hair. They're gonna have a shave my
Hair.
head match.
Yeah.
Shave my mustache.
Oh, I
match.
want to see one. That's a good one.
I'll do that. He'll lose all his powers. He'll lose.
He's going back to it. He's going back to Duende for
Yeah,
it.
he'll go back to live with his dad.
Well, and let's also talk about how he couldn't take off his lucha mask during his
Yeah, look, he
entrance.
fumbled it.
Oh, that's right.
Fumble.
Watch that. Poor boy.
Yeah, I that was soul shattering.
We knew Mysterio was gonna. We thought Mysterio was gonna win, but it was a different Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he thinks Chipotle is genuine Mexican food.
And I feel personally attacked right now. You just keep attacking me, and I take it very personal.
We need a match.
We're gonna match a trampoline. Well, if I find a trampoline on the side of the road, we'll start a promotion.
The Edgewater Wrestling Alliance.
Yeah. The one thing I thought they were going to give Penta more spotlight, even if he didn't win. I feel like he didn't do much in this match at all.
No, Ray was more highlighted.
No.
Yeah.
He hit his little things.
But that was
sling
it. He didn't
blade,
do a lot at
his,
all. He took a lot more of a beating than anything else.
Yeah,
Mexican
those are
Destroyer.
all out WrestleMania, you know.
Did he have like a different theme? Did he debut a new theme?
Well, you
I don't
never
know.
see him come out by himself. It's always like a Judgment Day match or something like that. Maybe.
No, we're talking Penta.
Oh,
Oh,
Penta.
Penta. Oh, sorry.
I think he came out to his
Did
theme.
he?
He came out to his theme. You know why? Because a lot of times when you're watching Raw and stuff, they come back from commercial break and he's already out.
Oh,
Like you don't even
sure.
see the entrance.
That's true.
And then Braun Breaker's spear. This spear was cool to break the table, but
Oh,
I don't
it's
think
kind
it was as good as the.
They should
It
have
was a
saved
bad
that Raw
angle.
spear for this.
It was a bad, it was a bad angle. It was the second time they showed it, it looked like he was gingerly like running off the table. It didn't look good.
Yeah, he had like a little run up.
Yeah, it was kind of like half-assed.
He's always fuming.
Yeah.
You ever just trying to get that one last little
Little
booger out of your
moco.
nose? The moco, you gotta just make it fly.
You
Like,
gotta do the Braun Breaker.
yeah. I feel that.
Brown
deeply.
booger.
Brown booger, my boy. Yeah. I was there for the match though. I liked it. Spear
Yeah,
to me
no.
physically.
So thumbs up, everybody.
Was on
I'm
the
gonna go
ring.
thumb sideways on
I'm
that.
gonna go up.
Wow.
Ah, look at the
No,
thumbs up.
because they went again. I think they're pushing
I'm sideways.
for SummerSlam, and then they're gonna have, a different storylines going on there.
I think it was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I'll take it.
Alright. We had next match was AJ Styles versus Logan Paul.
What was it?
The silence.
It felt like a very by the numbers match.
Yeah.
Like they were just hitting the moves.
Yeah, well, they were also like giving Logan Paul a lot of shine. I think what they were doing was really trying to like get him over with the fans.
Yeah.
They were just like, you know what, kid? AJ Styles is gonna come out. He's gonna make you look really good.
He's gonna do the JOB.
Yeah, he's gonna job everything. He's gonna let you do all your flips and all your stuff. So the crowd's gonna pop, and at the end they're gonna like you, but the crowd will ruin you at the end.
The Logan Paul's gonna go away for a while, and then
And come
Come
back
back.
when people feel nostalgic about it. We miss booing this guy.
Yeah.
well, the day that he's nostalgic, I'm gonna be like, He's 7-year-old man. Still watching wrestling.
Yeah. Nostalgic about him is like being nostalgic about back pain.
Yeah.
I wish I had that back now. Yeah. That's an old joke for you.
But then they had Karrion Kross come out, so that's like AJ Styles with Karrion Kross.
They're still trying with him.
I guess he's a nice guy.
I'm sure he's a sweetie.
I'm
He's a
actually-
nice fella.
Overall, I guess I just hated watching. I mean, putting opinions aside. Yeah, it was cool.
It's an opinion show.
It was cool. Yeah, it was
That's what
cool.
we're here
It
for.
was cool that Logan Paul can do flips. It was cool that he can do his moonsaults.
My
and his-
knapsack could do flips.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, like, even though it's cool, it doesn't excite me.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't just like,
you know
whatever.
what it is? It lacks soul.
Yeah.
It lacks soul. It's
Like, what's the
not-
point? If you're not into it, like, what's the point?
And like I'm over the social media, his little gimmick at this point, like him coming out with the camera, like he came out with his camera doing the selfie thing. He did the little drone thing.
Right.
I'm like, all right, we get it. It was cool at first to get him to build his character, but I don't think he needs it anymore.
No. If we're looking at WWE, it's like imagine if they would have done this with Mr. T back in '86 when he did Mania with Hogan.
Yeah.
They kept pushing Mr. T to be an athlete, to be a wrestler. Maybe that would have worked, but they never did it. Now they're bringing that formula. They could have done it with Tyson or in WCW with Rodman, but they're doing it with Logan Paul. They're trying to push it. It's definitely a Triple H thing. Triple H is in there.
Yeah, these kids like
Yeah, his kids like him.
His kids like Prime.
It probably helps that
He
his
probably gets free
sponsor.
Prime.
Yeah.
Why?
100%. Yeah.
It gets viewers.
Well, just like you said, he spilled the beans with Jey Uso and saying, well, he sells T-shirts and all this stuff. You know, we're gonna push him. Same thing. He's getting views and
Business
all this stuff, and it's good for business. I guess.
When's the next pay-per-view?
I get it. Logan Paul, Jake
Backlash.
Paul, whoever the hell you are, get on the show. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, you know what? Logan Paul, do the Owen Hart entrance for Backlash. Triple H, get him ready with that one.
It is in Missouri.
All right.
It happened in Missouri.
Happened in
Oh
Missouri.
wow! So there you go.
It's about time.
You might have changed my mind.
Oh, let's talk about Logan
Kansas
Paul's
City.
disrespect wearing the Chris Benoit pants.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we had
Talk
that.
about that.
I think Duende brought that up too, and totally looked like that the Chris Benoit action figure that I remember I had or my buddy had.
Yeah.
Oh, and in SmackDown 1 and 2, looked like the neon pink with the blue.
It's a little bit reminiscent.
It
of
seems
Yeah.
like he's trying to, he's trying to stir up things and keep that thing of people hating him. But
No respect.
remember what happened with you in Japan on your YouTube channel, buddy. Don't go too far.
Yeah, you can get got.
Yeah. Or
Yeah,
go
I
further.
give that match a thumbs down.
Yeah, that was that.
Yeah, I mean, AJ Styles is great and everything, but it's kind
I
of
love
boring.
AJ Styles.
They buried
I feel
AJ
bad for
Styles.
him.
We need
Styles
stakes.
buried.
We need
Buried his-
stakes. There's no stakes.
AJ Styles deserves better than that.
Yeah,
Go
this is
out.
like probably
Well,
his
you
second
see.
to last WrestleMania.
Yeah,
But he has to put over the young guy.
AJ Styles. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's the hair. Maybe Triple H is over the hair.
Yeah,
I like the
That's
hair.
what I think it is.
He's jealous.
He put him over. So now we're gonna see Logan Paul.
Yep.
But I don't
Wow.
think it
Well,
affects
go away again.
AJ Styles, his legacy too much. He still has maybe a couple more, a year or 2, 3 years left.
Hot take, I think AJ with an Edgar cut, killing the game.
With an Edgar cut.
So,
Well, AJ Styles great, TNA legend.
Yeah, absolute TNA legend.
Speaking of TNA.
talking about TNA, we had, it was supposed to be Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens.
Yep.
But Kevin Owens got injured, as everybody knows, and we didn't know who Randy Orton was going to fight until tonight. And who did Randy fight?
Good old fashioned mystery guess. It was. Say his name and he appears. Joe Hendrick.
That's what happened.
Joe
That's
Hendrick.
exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That was a big surprise.
No one
tonight.
said his name. You all took wild guesses of who it was going to be, and no one said his name.
Yeah, that was the last person I thought was coming.
Yeah.
It was definitely a surprise. But
Yeah, I'll do it. Paul, let me bury him though.
Yeah.
Right, absolutely.
Get out
Oh
of
no,
my
they're gonna haze the non-WWE guy. It's just tradition.
Who does
If you
this-
step into their,
You know, they're probably thinking like,
yeah, they're gonna haze
who
him.
does this guy think he is? You know,
Yeah.
like it's like he's promoting himself. He put a billboard up of himself in front of the WWE event in Scotland.
Okay.
He put his face where the WWE was.
well, how fast was that match? Was it like
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
20 minutes?
4 minutes.
Yeah, it was a.
It was as long as my last bowel movement.
Yeah, I felt for him.
Yeah, they just fucking.
But I felt like
Yeah,
a weird
it's
match.
just
It's weird that Randy Orton feels like he's like old now. Like I know he's always been.
He's rushing all that blood.
He's always been old.
No, you know what I mean. Like it felt like a weird match. Like him coming back. You know, he's not in the fold still. He's not part of like the
Let's talk about
storyline.
how his face has changed over the years.
All right, the third time. Stop talking about me, man. I'm taking it very personal.
No, I mean like he looks, you know, when he came in, he looked like, you know, like a frat boy, handsome frat boy
He developed like muscles
Yeah.
on his
Well,
forehead.
you know, he kind of looks like the villain from the movie The Mask.
The Mask,
Oh, yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
He's all just like tough
Wow.
leather. Like his
Homie lives
face-
in New York. Who played that guy?
Holy shit.
Unrelated.
Oh, wow.
Peter Green?
Yeah.
Peter Green's the man. Come on the show.
See you on the show.
But yeah, but traditionally speaking, WWE has always done that. Knowing this guy comes over with the TNA belt,
Oh yeah. Who do
the
you?
TNA title.
They are
Yeah.
business
They-
partners,
They,
but
They
they
barely.
hyped them up a little bit. They had a pay-per-view a couple days ago. TNA. But they never really. They're below NXT to them, obviously. You know.
Yeah, look what happened to Moose when he
Yeah.
came on to
Yeah.
NXT. It's like,
Little Moose.
yeah.
But they had to like show, you know, Randy Orton. He kind of pissed on him a little bit, you know, figuratively. Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't know. You guys like Randy Orton? Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I love Randy Orton.
Yeah, he serves the place.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
I never. I wasn't watching wrestling at the Nexus time.
Oh no!
So, like-
well, I always watch it. It was always a vague. I've been a fan forever.
I cut in and out.
Yeah.
I took a slumber, 1,000
So
year
did I.
slumber.
I
It's
was
just a
after
big
my break as
blur.
well.
You know, that decade is like a blur.
I swam out to Rat Island and I got stuck out there. The water receded.
Yeah.
I mean, Randy Orton was
That
part of that
fucking month.
faction when he first came in.
Nexus.
No, what was the Triple H faction?
Oh, Evolution.
Evolution, yeah. That's when they were burying everybody.
I missed 2003. This was 1 year I didn't watch.
That was
Oh,
03,
yeah.
yeah. That was
I missed 03.
See, these are all things after playing Rod from Hell and
Yeah,
everything,
yeah.
you know.
I stopped.
So how are we feeling about that match? And
I think
that's,
he needs some
I
coke.
would
He needs some
say
cocaine
that-
to get some energy.
I would say
weekend.
as the match, I think the match was more of a throwaway match. I think it was just more of like the spot of debuting.
Yeah. Again,
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
match that they could have gotten rid of.
Definitely.
Yeah, that was just like a filler match. It wasn't really a match. It was just like, let's bring this guy in.
It felt like a weird. It felt like
The
an
WWE
old
Universe.
WrestleMania. Sorry, it felt like an old WrestleMania where it was just like kind of like just random matches. Like it wasn't really storyline. I mean, not like in the old sense of like how like WrestleMania like 8 will have back in November someone like messed with someone's jacket or whatever, and then like 6 months later they're still wrestling, they're still like beefing,
Yeah.
but it doesn't. There's no stakes. It's not like dire. Like Attitude Era was like, oh my god, like,
Yeah.
and then it would just be like desperate.
Yeah.
Like now it just seems like all right. Like we knew the outcome before. Like we're just watching because we're supposed to be watching it.
Yeah, because it's
They're watching-
WrestleMania.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, we gotta be. This is meant to be a spectacle for
The
us.
Attitude Era had burnt alive matches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna have Vern Victor come out in the front row.
Or the kid, we steal your kid. Yeah.
How about the Big Show when his dad, when he was burying his dad?
Yeah, my
and then he attached it to the
my
car.
daddy, my daddy.
Yo, that was a crazy one.
We remember that, yeah. We remember the whole beef between Randy and what's gonna happen. So the next time they bring Joe Henry out, what's gonna happen? Like, fucking.
That was it. That shit was it.
Yeah,
I
I
just
know,
saw
yeah.
him. He did his thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna put him in AAA.
Exactly.
For him to do the jail here in AAA.
How good's your Spanish, kid?
Yeah. We're gonna have you work him as El Gringo. La Mayo. El Mayo.
Gringo Blanco.
So what's everybody giving this?
It was fun to see a TNA.
Oh yeah, it's
It was novelty of it.
yeah.
I'll give it a halfway.
Yeah, halfway.
It made me pop to see him.
Fully erect.
Yeah. Yeah, it made me pop to see him, but other than that, he got fucking squashed.
And but the two of them though was funny. Like they could have just been like, all right, like, shake his hand and leave, but they did it twice. Like he did the other RKO, which is funny.
He set him up.
But it's I think Randy Orton. Does it have anything to do with Cena in the next couple of months? Are they gonna flirt with that again? Have Randy and Cena one more time? You know?
I think they're gonna leave Cena's like kind of special. I'm gonna leave him with Cody. Yeah, I mean that's a good question. Is that the next match coming up?
No, we got
The
our next match is the women's tag team championship match. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez versus Lyra Valkyria. It was supposed to be what was her name?
Bailey.
Bailey, I love Bailey.
But Bailey, what happened to Bailey? That she couldn't do it.
Is it creative differences or something like that?
Creative
That's
difference.
straight up just creative differences.
It's not gonna work for me, brother.
Well, Bailey didn't.
But they're beefing like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, like a week ago on Raw. Lara and her like kind of like squabbled a little bit.
I think they were trying to play off some like kayfabe injury type thing. That's what they're gonna.
Yeah, I just saw creative differences.
Well,
Another throwaway match that could have been on TV and then just not have been made.
yeah. So there was another surprise guest for this one since they had to bring somebody else in, and it was none other than Becky Lynch.
The two Irish ladies.
How did everybody feel about Becky Lynch's return?
I guessed it.
That was cool. That was for the Becky Lynch fans.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything for me.
I got another gray hair because if she's a nostalgia act now, that's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah.
I wish it was The Rock.
I wish it was Luna.
I wish it was The Rock in a dress.
I wish it was The Rock in a dress wearing Luna's skin.
Yeah, I don't know. It was again like
They made the audience feel good. They like her. I never got on board with her.
The man comes out and the audience pod. That's what it's about. You know what I mean?
That's what matters.
It's not necessarily our opinion. You know, we're fans of what we're fans of, but there's a whole, you know, there was a shot of a lady crying.
Yeah, crying when Becky Lynch came out.
Yeah, so it's a big deal.
Yeah, but do you think they should have won the belt?
No, she looked at her her bill. She looked at her band stage.
Yeah, I think so.
$8,000.
I think so. I'll take it.
I think by the time this airs, Raw will be coming on, and we'll find out. But I think they're going to drop the titles right away because even though they said it after, and we all thought it too. Becky 2 belts now. Lara, whatever, has 2 belts.
Yeah, Lara 2 belts.
So they might just, Becky, I don't know if she's back full time.
So she's just gonna come back and be like,
she's like a regular woman.
I have to give the belts back. You will receive the belts.
Yeah, so maybe just losing that.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe. So
That makes sense.
Because it wasn't for she's already the champion. She's already the Intercontinental Women's Champion. This tag team thing wasn't supposed to be that she was going for it. This was just thrown at them.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Unless they were gonna go with a Bailey and her winning and then having them be champions that don't like each other. If that was the first plan, maybe. I don't know. Besides, I don't see the point of her having the tag belts too.
No, but I'm happy they dropped it. I'm happy that Liv got rid of it. I was getting annoyed with Liv.
I was a little hot and bothered during that match. Oh.
Yeah.
Hey now.
Same.
That was the Romantic Depot outfit.
That really was.
Yeah.
The edible underwear outfit.
WWE has become Romantic Depot. It's a Valvinus dream.
Stockholders.
Talking about bad outfits, let's talk about this girl's wings coming out in this viral.
Oh, she had feathers flying during the entire night. Yeah.
Bird.
It was a rooster.
I could have done without those wings that she came out with.
It was
More
Yeah, there
birds.
was a rooster in the hen house.
Well, she also wore them for too long. She came into the ring, she was still
stayed
wearing
with them on and hugged not Bailey.
Becky.
I was gonna say Beth Phoenix. Yeah.
Hugged Becky Grinch.
Yeah, she hugged Becky Grinch. She hugged the Brady Krueger with it. Yeah, that was a little bit weird. I get it, pageantry, but at a certain point, it's just comical.
I feel like I've seen it before.
She should have
Not talking about always sunny. Friends with more. I
Nitro.
feel like I've seen it before. Like.
So how we're
This is
feeling
a
about that one.
trope for sure.
Yeah.
The match itself, I give it. I respectfully will give it a thumbs up because they had good spots.
I'll do like something like this.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do something like this as well.
I got a thumbs up.
I'm 80%.
Peace out.
He's
He's
like, peace out.
I'm about to peace out of this fucking.
Now,
Doing the bathroom.
Yeah, with those red outfits.
Yeah.
I was doing a couple of Kegels.
now the match that was leading up to this whole thing, the undisputed WWE Championship
Stone
match.
Cold.
Oh yeah,
He almost killed someone.
I forgot about that.
Vehicular
Stone Cold
manslaughter.
did come out before the
That's right.
final main event, and yeah, he almost killed somebody.
We were outside
Vehicular
smoking.
manslaughter.
We were outside smoking a doobie.
Yeah, he was like, Stone Cold's there. We thought, yeah, he's joking. We're like, oh, God.
Yeah, we ran back
Ran
up.
upstairs.
We ran back up just in enough time for him to smash that
Yeah.
fucking quad into that lady. It's all that drinking and
I was very
driving finally
paranoid.
caught up.
I was paranoid. I was like, oh, man. Did I cause that? Was my energy just causing that?
It's because we weren't watching him at the exact moment.
Stone Cold looks old now. He's
Yeah.
starting to look old.
Yeah,
He's
so-
old.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah,
He's
not
been gone
exactly-
for 5 years. Like, I know
Probably
he
stay
wrestled
up to
at 39 or whatever, but
And he drove around the ring that time.
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
yeah, Texas.
Same
Yeah.
Well, all I know is that girl is probably asking for everything right now. She's like, I need tickets to every event.
Yeah.
I need
She's
signed belts. I
She's
need
new
money.
green shirt girl.
She's doing dinner with Steve.
What do you think?
No, she's gonna be the neon green arm cast girl. That's the neon green shirt guy. It's me, neon green cast. I was really proud of that joke. I fucking love that joke.
What do you think Austin said when he came over?
Oh shit, sorry man.
Or did he just hit her with the
What? Is that your whatever? This, what? Your whatever.
Yeah, so
He probably,
No.
he probably went over to the
When she
lady.
calls her lawyers, it's gonna be Wasserman, what? Leibowitz, what? All the names of the practice.
No, well, he
This is
probably went over to
gold.
the lady and was like, what size knee brace do you wear?
That shit.
Yeah, man.
yeah, so
That was crazy.
so how do we feel about Stone Cold almost killing somebody?
Underwhelming because we thought he was being part of the main event.
He's
Yeah.
a drunk.
Well,
He was supposed to interrupt. He was supposed to interrupt last year, but and
They just couldn't
that
get
didn't work
it.
for me, brother.
Not gonna work for me, brother.
That doesn't work for me, brother.
well, I think you're the one who called it. You said maybe because this crash happened, they
No, he
were
called
supposed to come. Oh, you called it, right? That maybe because the crash
Put my name on
happened.
that.
We all
She was supposed to come out.
There was some weird stuff.
Yeah, we're jumping the gun a little bit,
Okay.
but yeah,
Let's-
but like we were feeling something. Fast forward
Oh.
after Steve and the announcement of that they're breaking a new record. They're always breaking records.
They got it.
Now we're moving forward and we're talking about the John Cena Cody match.
Yes, the undisputed
We'll
WWE
go
Championship
over that.
match.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know how
Just
that
happened.
Austin thing affected that.
Yeah, I don't know something.
There was some little weird. I don't know if you guys saw it. You tell us, but during our cast we saw like a longer peacock bump, which was no ads, no stuff. You know, they're
Yeah.
constantly pushing shit down your throat, and so if they weren't doing it, it means that they didn't have anything in place for it, which is like they were biding time.
Yeah.
Like you saw Austin had to go up to her, all this. So like,
Yeah.
what else happened? What did we know?
What was that the president or CEO of TKO?
No, this is dude in the shirt.
walked over.
Did he? Nick
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nick Khan was over
Nick
there.
Khan was in the front row.
Yeah, he was over there
Yeah.
talking, like
Yeah.
trying to smooth it over with the,
Yeah, doing a
with
little
the
damage
baby
oil.
oil.
Yeah.
He was like, I could make, the concession stands a lot cheaper.
What size are you?
Yeah. It's like, how's 20% off?
He went over to Nick Khan's like, no, I'm serious. What size knee brace you wear?
But on to the match.
Yeah.
There was wrestling.
Yes. So yeah, how do we feel about this?
Well, let's talk about John Cena's entrance. And
Oh, it's very minimal.
yeah,
And his name is John Cena.
and the lady getting caught in the shot. The lady that
Oh, yeah, right away.
Oh, wow, a main event.
Yeah.
The
Go out there,
grandest stage of it all. Fire.
His
Oh,
last
absolutely.
WrestleMania. It was a
professional.
beautiful moment. It reminded me like Death of Superman or something like that.
Yeah, with the armband.
Yeah, for Vince would have had her in the back.
Dude, Vince would have sent her straight to Pat Patterson.
yeah.
Lock her in a Pat Patterson closet.
Jesus.
It's alright.
I thought he should have came out with no music. That would have been gutsy.
You might as well.
With no
It was
pants
so
on.
bland, right? It was black and white.
John just been coming out mopey. Just comes out sad at the world.
I vibe with
He's just like,
that.
he's a mopey John
This is the
Cena.
emo John Cena.
Yeah.
Every time the camera pans to him, he's like,
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be there.
He was, they were
He was
calling
so
a lot of stuff in the
interested.
ring.
He needs a new T-shirt, rather than
I heard like openly audible.
Yeah, he was like,
Yeah.
"Leave me in there."
Yeah.
That's like that fucking clip from Big Show when he got eliminated in the Royal Rumble. He's like, Jericho, Derby. You hear him he's laying on his back with legs up, like he's getting his ass wiped, like a baby. And everyone's like faking to like push him out. And he's like calling out who's gonna throw out. He's like, RVD, Jericho, and then he just does it. He just does it now in that order. It was so loud. But yeah, Cena, like, I don't know. Like, we had 3 months of this shit. March 1st, well, 2 months of the road to WrestleMania. Really started at Royal Rumble, but March 1st since he turned heel. And I feel that whole Travis Scott thing just deflated me even further.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a long weekend. I still think it could have been one night.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But that just knocked me even further down to
Well,
I'm tired.
It also sucks because the WrestleMania 40 main event was so good with so many surprises.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes.
You
yeah.
thought, you were like, they can only go up from here, but they didn't. Travis Scott. We didn't get The Rock, which we thought we were going to get The Rock.
That's a shame. And my theory, I mean, I'm just sort of spitballing, but I'm thinking about if Steve didn't botch that entrance and into that lady, maybe he would have been able to come out again. Maybe they had a segment with The Rock and Steve. At the end, that's what kind
Rock's
of...
like, I ain't gonna get involved.
Yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
He didn't want to, put his name on that, smear his little name.
Smear his Patatuia tattoo.
Well, I mean...
He's like, I'm only smearing this on myself.
Well, he already fixed his name from all that Hawaii mess that he did and collecting the money and all that stuff.
Oh,
that's
right.
another story.
Yeah, that's another story, yeah. That's what you do when you sell your soul.
That's what happens when you drink wheat neatly.
I look forward to that.
We want to bring John on with Oprah. And we're going to bring Cody on with Oprah.
Is that a fact?
Oh, head to Oprah.
Yeah, we'd have to check with The Rock. But he's not here. The Rock's missing. Where are you, Rock?
Yeah. It definitely seemed like something was wrong because it seemed like something was missing that he didn't come out. Like,
There was an ingredient that was missing. There was an ingredient.
They did a ref bump.
Something's missing.
Or it was just an extra fucking terrible.
They did a ref bump.
Yeah, which was Travis Snot.
Travis.
Yeah. Travis.
Not.
Yeah.
He should have held that.
It's in my head though.
That crossroads a little longer.
Yeah,
Pit.
and
Just
Mooney's
have
right
him
with
pit.
the ref bump.
I'm glad he got
it
his
was,
lick back.
A ref bump, and then they
Just
just
slap
You could have done so much
slap
more.
him.
After there, they would have done like 3 different refs come out, and like
Each one.
Absolutely.
AA,
yeah.
STF. Oh, everybody gets it. Yeah.
All of
They're
They didn't have Charles Robinson come out. I want to see him again.
the Mount Rushmore of freaking referees.
Yeah.
What about
Earl
the
Hebner.
biggest ref comes out?
well, I could have
Takes
did.
it
This shit
monster
feel
dump
like-
on stage because this is what they were doing.
He's like, I'm hungry.
Well, I could have did without Travis Scott. And
I
then
don't
I
know who he
did.
is.
Yeah.
I
Travis Scott
looked him up,
shitted
though.
on the entire, like...
Yeah, like I feel like it should have been like again. This is them like with the Logan Pauls and the ISO speeds. They're
Absolutely,
just trying to
yeah.
capitalize on what's
Yes,
popular. Right
absolutely, yeah.
All these names I just I know Michael Pro.
They're trying to trend. They're trying to Twitter trend. And,
Actually, I much rather ISO Speed than Travis Scott because at least ISO Speed took a fucking crazy hit.
Yeah.
for the team.
100%,
Like,
absolutely.
he actually put in some work.
Absolutely. No fear. That's a settle me.
Got no clue. Yeah, 100%. Got no clue who he is.
And then he got thrown into the table too after that too. The announcers did.
Yeah.
They abused him.
He could have been. He was ragdolled by then. He could have been paralyzed. And
Well,
like,
like-
what?
And a turnbuckle, then an old school, one of the oldest heel tactics ever is like taking the turnbuckle off. I mean, that's how they ended it on WrestleMania 41, the biggest WrestleMania.
Yeah, that was
Old
lousy.
school. It was super underwhelming.
Yeah.
Very underwhelming.
Imagine paying $24,000.
Yeah.
So now John Cena is the 17th time world champion.
Beating out Ric Flair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ric Flair said that.
Woo!
Ric Flair's match of the weekend was Chick Flair, Charlotte
Well,
Flair.
you know Ric Flair is somewhere punching the air right now.
No, he's at a Chili's restaurant.
Master
I know that's wrong going later on. I'm not looking at the poster.
Or Ric Flair's like, I'm gonna come back for one more match. Just,
Oh, good grief.
I've been edging all weekend. WWE didn't get me off. They spoiled it for me.
Yeah, that wasn't right. I'm happy Cena won it, sure, fine, but it could have been another way. That was just like a shit way. Like,
Something happened.
Yeah.
Yes, we agree. Something happened.
yeah,
That
something
changed.
definitely happened.
yeah, because something was missing.
Where are they going with this in SummerSlam? I have no idea where this goes.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Where does everybody think this is going? Because obviously this is retirement run. They can't have him keep the belt.
No.
Right.
No.
And he signed out until December. And they're Backlash is going to be in St. Louis. So Randy Orton's they're just showing him on the poster, but he's not going to do anything.
What if they do Cena and The Rock?
Cena and Randy.
But that
Why
would
would
be
The Rock want it?
Yeah. Why would the Rock?
Yeah, I don't think
want
they'll do that.
No.
It's gotta be. Yeah, maybe it would be Oregon.
I don't know. I feel like they're gonna try and bring back. I don't think Cody's reign is done yet.
No, absolutely
they're
not,
definitely. They're gonna continue that.
He's
story.
white hot. He's
Yeah.
white hot.
But that was interesting. The audience booing him. You think it was just there was just
Vegas crowd is weird, maybe.
Maybe they're weird.
But it's not. Everyone's there from all over the world.
And then I also think people
They just
still.
need smart asses.
Well, he's also going toe to toe with a hero, which is
Yeah,
John
yeah.
Cena, and that it does happen. This is reminiscent of Hogan versus Rock.
It felt like WrestleMania 18.
Yeah,
It definitely
in a way,
did.
it's reminiscent to
Wow.
that because Hogan was going in as
Alright.
a heel, but it got to a point that they were booing Rock and
Yeah.
cheering Hogan. I mean, nostalgia beats out like current superstars. So it's
Weird
just a
crowd
lot of
too,
people
strong.
holding on to John, knowing that John's gone after this. So let's cheer. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're
fuck
right.
Hogan.
This is
Yeah,
the one
yeah.
I want to see.
Let's give him his final shot.
What about WrestleMania 17? We have this on the cover. Stone Cold when he joined with Vince. The audience was fucking deflated, underwhelmed.
Yeah, that match. That
Yeah.
match was lousy. That was one of my least favorite Austin Rock matches.
Court-
Yeah, of course. So,
Austin.
so like that's the worst one, and we're having that feeling again. Like they're just gonna try to fix this again and go a different direction in a couple of months and switch by the SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Tickets aren't even on sale yet, so
interesting.
It was all. What did he?
we're deflated, people.
We're
very
Call in.
deflated.
Are you deflated too?
The
Yeah.
entire room, you could feel it. It sucked the air out of it. It sucked the air out of the room.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were all sitting there. There was a big group of us here at my house.
I farted. Brought
And
the
we were all
air
kind
back.
of like, wow, like that was it? That was all we
Yeah, absolutely.
It was like when you light that little penny rocket off, and you're like, and it goes.
And it just stops.
Yeah.
It was lousy, especially following night one. That's such a hard.
Oh,
I mean that. After seeing night one, I was like, if that's night one,
Yeah,
what's
and
gonna
that
happen
would be
night
night two, yeah.
I was jazzed up to make it.
Yeah,
out here.
I thought this match tonight was gonna be something crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe it's one of the years where the Raw after Mania is what gets us off, and I
No,
finally have a release.
No, but I'm also totally convinced that something happened because
It had to, man.
having the special entrance or like the interference of the night was just Travis Scott. That was the
That was
interference.
bizarre.
I mean, no,
That
Sure.
made no sense. Something was missing, and I really do think
can't
it was
just
an
go out.
Goddamn
Austin Rock
Stone
situation
Cold
that
crash.
was
Stone
happening.
Cold's like, I'm going with who? Huh?
I want to know what that lady said to Tony Khan.
well, like,
No,
Make
Tony
sure
Khan.
Austin doesn't come back out.
Something like that.
well,
yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna find out tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're
We're
finally.
gonna be checking out
Later
Steve.
today.
Oh, later today. Oh yeah, shit.
Yeah. Steve, man, listen, mistakes happen.
No 420 reference because they're all like beer and they don't want
Maybe
to
Steve
support
should
marijuana.
Maybe-
switch over to
Yeah,
420.
switch over.
Yeah, Steve needs to switch over
Yeah,
to
he's
420.
better.
yeah, mellow out.
Imagine him climbing the turnbuckle and then just like taking some edibles.
Well,
It's
in
the rock at the
People
top.
throwing joints.
well,
I'm surprised he's not with Willie Nelson. I feel like he would get along with Willie Nelson.
Yeah, absolutely.
well, in Steve's defense,
He
he
is at
did drink.
WrestleMania 8.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
true. Yeah.
well, in Steve's defense, he did drink a lot of beer this weekend.
Yeah.
At the Hall of Fame, at all his interviews. So.
Yeah, it's been a
I think
prideful weekend for him. I'm sure he was celebrating.
WrestleMania night 1 and 2 can be summed up by Bret Hart's face when Triple H shook his hand. That's the face of that. That will be posted tonight. That's what I'm gonna say. I sum up the weekend.
We gotta add in that clip with Brett talking about Triple H. It's like, I mean, he has some of the worst matches I've ever seen.
4-7. It's the meme is 4-7. 4 out of 10.
Yeah, he would always say like that.
4 out of 10.
He'd
4 out of
bury
10.
He'd bury
Carrying his bags.
Yeah, he's carrying my bag.
Yeah.
Did you guys see everybody asleep at the awards?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah.
Everybody was not at all.
It was like midnight their time.
Yeah, for Triple H
Like
was
3 in the
going.
morning.
For a
Wow.
while.
Sunglasses on there.
The most exciting
We
part
never
is when he
did.
first Shawn Michaels.
Oh yeah.
They filibustered.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah. If you got the chance, Shawn
Yeah.
Michaels was leaning in for your hug, and you're like, is he going to kiss me?
That's what Sean did. Sean leaned in to kiss her.
You took the opportunity.
Yeah. And he had to tilt over with the nose.
Carpe diem.
Okay, now that you brought up the Hall of Fame, I think I brought it up. But the funny thing about that is like Lex Luger wasn't at the Hall of Fame, even though he was inducted. He was at the conventions. He was getting his money at WrestleCon.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, like I mean, give him a break too. Maybe that's only his source of income at this point. And Lex not showing up is kind of like, you know, he showed up at Nitro. He showed up at WrestleCon instead.
Yeah, I got nothing to say about that. I mean, Lex is, you know, he's living his life and
Yeah.
Man.
he's living.
We're gonna see him in White
2
Plains.
miles an hour.
We're gonna meet him in White Plains.
Lex is gonna be there.
Yes, he will.
Oh wow.
Lex Express. We're gonna take the 60 bus and call it the Lex
I'm
Express.
gonna get my Sega Genesis game.
So what day is that?
Yeah, you gotta.
May
May 10th.
Yeah.
I think I'm still here. I think I got
Yeah.
actually gonna take it and go with you. We should
Yeah.
probably all try and go. That's another story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys probably.
That'll be our WrestleMania moment. We'll get in the ring.
I don't want to see it.
He doesn't want to see it.
I did have the little hard toy. You remember the glue? Was it glue?
Yeah, glue back with the green.
Yes, yeah.
They
They had him, Lex, Sting,
Yeah, yeah.
and a couple. And there wasn't too many. Maybe there's like a Ted
Nasty
DiBiase. Oh,
And the Nasty Boys.
wow, those are good toys.
See, we're getting nostalgic here.
Speaking of toys, here we got Bubba Ray.
I got a butt plug.
Remember Bubba's ECW promos?
Yeah.
You want to talk about like DC?
That's where you learn how to suck
Yeah.
cock from your mother.
Yeah, exactly.
Never gonna like this.
So how are we feeling about WrestleMania 41 as a whole?
7.
Oh man,
4 to 10.
Listen, if it wasn't for that Roman,
Seth CM
that 3-way, then this Mania would have been an absolute.
Yeah, that's
And a 3-way girl match too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those two
actually,
carried it
I
both
mean,
nice.
matches are matches. You can have good matches, but you need for Mania for WWE for that production.
Yeah.
It needs to have a good they need to pull the rug from under us.
Yeah, that's true.
And they did.
Yeah.
And they
I
did.
mean, that's the only-
WrestleMania finished the story
I
last
shouldn't
year.
even have watched night 2. We should have just came
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Watch night 1.
WrestleMania
Yeah.
40 ended the story. Ended the story.
Yeah.
WrestleMania 41 kind of started stories like new ones.
That's true. That's what it seems
Paul
like.
Heyman, you know,
That's true. That's
is
a good point.
with a new person.
Of course.
For the first time, he's with Seth Rollins, and as a new, starting anew. And then
A lot of belts exchanged too.
A
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
us changed.
Yeah. Titles. Remember Vince.
yeah, belts full of pants.
Yeah, belts on the pants.
Wait, the only person who kept the title was Tiffy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That was it.
and that's how we wanted it.
kept her teeth. It lost her tooth. It kept the title.
Yeah.
That's the cost of doing
She had a chance
business.
to say, hey man, they fixed that tooth super fast.
No
Yeah.
problem.
Years.
Who needs teeth anyway? If you need any, I got a bag of them. 6 for $1.
What I need is a knee brace.
It was a long weekend. I'm surprised. We were watching this from home. The people over there must be beat. They must be fucking exhausted. You know.
It was like Jey Uso's chest.
Oh wow, yeah, on social media I saw a lot of people walking home. Or
Yeah.
walking back to their hotel.
Yeah.
Saw a poor guy trying to
Oh.
climb up the escalator.
Oh my god.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yo, that was brutal.
They were like, one more time, one more time.
He was like,
Yeah.
he was like,
He's like,
Yeah.
just
That was
wait,
brutal,
my
man.
The worst part was
There's
him
no
like
good-
struggling climbing up.
Yeah.
and
There's
this
no
poor guy's just
good
like,
outcome for that. Best case scenario, you just climb
His
up there.
boys
You
just
look like
got
an
up
asshole.
there.
Yeah,
too.
real quick.
You look like a
And he's
dick
on
doing it.
gas.
Yeah, the guy's like, I'm done. Just leave me here to die.
And all those people coming back to the East Coast, when they lose 3 hours, they're gonna be
Oh, that's a
travel. For travelers out there, travel days would be a
It's not
bitch.
easy.
Well, guys, we are beat.
We're fucking.
I mean, we literally filmed this right after
Beat my
watching
meat.
day 2.
You might need to go to sleep. Wait for WWE Raw.
Last night.
What's your name? Yo, Sky. I gotta learn how to spell that. Again, my autocorrect is gonna be like. Yeah. Did you say Vanilla Sky, the movie with Tom Cruise? No.
Oh shit.
Okay.
A couple things gonna be raw.
Yeah.
Well, guys, this was our thoughts on WrestleMania 41.
Immediate responses.
Please let us know what you guys thought about any of the matches or your just main thoughts on the whole thing altogether. In the comments, please like and subscribe. And as always,
Words for you.
The Bronx!
That doesn't work for me.
You got me, brother.